It is spring 2023 and we are out on our very first hunt of the year, and we are chasing black bears. So spring bear season, it's still pretty early and a ton of snow last year, but a lot of places are greening up. We saw 2 bears last night, so they're starting to come out. And yeah, we got the new machine breaking trail through here, and it's pretty fun.
We're the first people
We're the first people in here, so we saw this spot last year. It's a pretty good lookout around the corner over here, so we're gonna go look and see if we can glass something up. All right, well, we got up to a pretty sweet spot, started glassing, and Nicole spotted a good looking black bear a few miles away. And then it's been a minute, and then I actually just glassed another bear. It looks really good, and I'm gonna try to get some footage of it real quick. So let's see. Cubs.
Huh?
Cubs. It has cubs.
Oh, cubs?
Yep. Watch, you're gonna see him. Well, as you just saw, we found that bear. Is a beautiful looking bear. We were getting pretty excited trying to figure out a way to make a move because it's probably about 1,200 yards right now. There's a nice little ridge between us and it, but it walked through some oaks, and then all of a sudden right behind it I saw a couple flashes of light, and of same colored fur, and I'm 99% sure that she had 2 cubs with her. So trying to get a better look, because obviously can't shoot those and don't want to shoot a sow, but she's in really thick oak right now, so just trying to get a second look just to confirm. But beautiful bear regardless, and a beautiful night, and it's just awesome to be outside. So it's been a long winter, and we're excited to be out here looking for bears. But hopefully we turn up a couple more. We still got a couple hours of daylight, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a sow. It's got a big butt and a little chest.
All right, guys, got our 3rd bear of the night. This one's at about 1,100 yards across the canyon, but thinking it's most likely a mature sow. It's hard to see, but we were just cruising out of here. There's a sow right there. Has 5 cubs. It's the next day. We're back here in the same spot, and Nicole spotted what looks like a really good bear. So it's way off in the distance. It's right above two rivers. We're gonna head that way. He's kind of in a tricky spot. Just one little green meadow and a bunch of trees. So we're hoping he'll stick around, but looks like it might be a good bear. We're just hoping to go get a better look, and it might be game time. We might have a shooter found. So we're gonna get over there, and hopefully he stays out and feeds in this green grass for a while and gives us a chance to look him over. Stay tuned. Just using this road, quiet access. We're trying to get up here another maybe 500-600 yards to see if we can see if the bear is still there. So we're getting into close quarters now, and going good so far. The wind's in our face, so let's go see if we can find this bear. Got the lucky bear dog with this chassis. Just gonna pay him up for us. Getting out of there from something, huh? Well, we worked our way all the way up here. We got 340 yards from where we thought the bear was, and all of a sudden looked over and there it was. But when we originally spotted, Nicole spotted it was probably 4 miles away. Super hard to judge, and it ended up being just a big, pretty sow. We're doing our best just to kill boars, but they can be super tricky to judge, especially that far away. So we spent the whole evening coming over here to try to kill this bear, and it ended up being a sow, but that's how it goes. It's a beautiful night in the mountains, and it's our anniversary. So give us some love down below in the comments. And
8 years.
8 years, going strong, baby. Let's go get some bears. It's pretty windy, but we're just cruising along to our glassing point. Look down the canyon. There's a bear like 300 yards down the ridge, just eating on some green grass. Super killable spot, but it just doesn't look like a very big bear. Probably just a yearling of some sort, trying to get a better look at it, but definitely not a shooter bear. So pretty cool to see. Awesome way to start the night. Let's see if we can find some more.
I want that caramel bear bad.
That hill's brutal. Let's go get a bear. opposite side of where he actually shot his bear. So we're gonna stay here all night, see if something comes out. There was, I don't know if we told you guys, but there was a bear that rolled out on top of us right at dark as we were getting the last load of meat off of Skylar's bear. Came out 100 yards above us. We had to yell at it to scare it off. It smelled the meat and wanted some. So I know there's another bear in the area, so we're hoping we can maybe get lucky tonight. No bears, but we are heading back to the bikes now. Gonna ride out of here before it gets too crazy dark and see if we can find something on the way out. See what happens. Still have a couple weeks left of season, so hope for the best. Yeah, so I stopped right here to glass just because all this looks so great, and looked up, and sure enough there's a blonde color-phased black bear like 1.5 to 2 miles away. So threw up the BTX, threw the PhoneSkope on there super fast, and we'll plug in some of this footage. But I'm getting sweet footage of this bear. Use code Skynic, SKYNIC, to save you some money on your very own PhoneSkope. So this is one of our favorite things we have. Get you one. She has a pumpkin head. Just kidding, she doesn't. We are back on another bear hunt in a new state. We both have tags in our pockets, and we're excited to be here. Season closes in like 5 or 6 days, so we don't have a ton of time. But we brought a couple of the little pooches with us, and we are gonna walk out on a closed road and check out a glassing point that looks pretty good. So that's the plan for tonight. We may or may not spend the whole night out there and see what we see. Come here. You gonna find a bear?
You gonna go hunt some bears?
You wanna get him?
You gonna get them? You gonna get them?
Well, we walked out to the end of one road, and pretty good looking couple canyons. It's just not a ton of country, and it's still early in the day, and it's super hot. So
It's gotta be like 70 up here.
yeah, it's hot. And then we tried to get up a little higher on this road, and it just ended up being way too thick. You can't even see down in there. So there's one more little section we're gonna check out, and then if nothing, we're gonna go get back in the truck, cruise around, learn some more of this place. And we might end up back down overlooking those two canyons right at last light, so we will see. And Nicole is up to shoot first, since I already got me a bear earlier this year, a couple weeks ago. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's a giant.
First bear, just spotted it. There are not very many places you can see in all this thick stuff, but we just spotted our first bear. It looks like a good sized black bear from what we can tell. Might have skinny wrists. Just gonna get a better look at this bear and try to sex it. I'm kind of thinking it's a sow.
Really? Alright guys, got a closer look at this bear. We're about 500 yards, but looks to be most likely a sow. It's got a long skinny head, kind of a bigger butt. Either way, it's probably not quite the bear we're looking for. Super pretty to see though. Okay guys, so current situation. Road around the corner. Been seeing bear poop all over this road. And roll around the corner and up on the hill. I look and there's a freaking bear looking at me at 250 yards. Looks like it has a big head, but I've been watching it for like 10 minutes. I've had it in the crosshairs so many times. It's just a really brushy hillside. So I'm not wanting to shoot something without knowing 100% sure it doesn't have a cub. It looks like a good boar to me, but it's kind of borderline like a good sized bear, but definitely not a giant. So, and just, I mean, as you'll see, I've been filming it for 6 minutes. I have not seen a cub. I think it is a boar, but it could be a big sow, so it's hard to say for sure. But it actually just moved in some thick brush, and I may not see it again. So, I mean, could have easily shot it. Got the gun all set up on him, and almost squoze it off a couple times, but I just couldn't do it. That will all change if it comes out and I get a great look at it and know 100% sure what it is, but pretty awesome. Well guys, I'm sure you just heard the safety click on and off. This is the best look I've got. I think it's a big sow. He's only 180 yards right now. But we're gonna pass. We're just gonna enjoy this moment. Watch her feed right here. We're gonna go glass somewhere else for the night. Well, that was pretty awesome. Bear came back out. Was feeding it like 180 yards for the last 9-10 minutes. It's a good bear, but I think it's a big sow. Just a few things. When she turns her head sideways, her face is really long, her nose really points out. Yeah, it's basically that sideways look that makes me think she's a sow. When it looks head on, it's got a good pumpkin head. It's not a giant, but there was a few views where her butt looked really prominent as well, which is another way to really help distinguish a sow or a boar. But I mean, could have shot it 100 times. It's just right up on the hill at 180 yards, but decided to just let the camera roll and soak in the moment and watch this bear do its thing. But can't shoot them all, and would never want to shoot them all. Really just looking for that big bear. So we're gonna keep looking. I'm gonna get back on the e-bike and cruise back to Nicole, and we're probably gonna go perch up on a high point somewhere and glass the rest of the evening. So officially passed this bear again for about the 10th time, and before I change my mind and get out of here. So we'll see if anything else happens. All right, as you guys saw yesterday, I almost shot that bear, and Nicole was actually in the truck and she was glassing another spot, but didn't really tell you the whole story. So we actually brought our 2 little Pomeranians with, and we didn't dare leave them in the truck off of this particular road. So we got us a solution to the problem today. That right there is a dog backpack. And they don't know it yet, but they're going to go on a ride on the Backus. So we're going to load those up. We practiced with them in there a little bit earlier today. So we're going to load them up into that dog carrier, and they're going to ride on Nicole's back. And we're going to ride the bikes up in here and see if we can find some bears. We got a bear on the hill right above us right now, but it's not quite big enough. So let's load up the dogs and hit the road.
Kennel.
Kennel.
Izzy, kennel.
Here they are, loaded up. They're over, oh, their heads are over here. Hey, puppies.
We need to readjust.
Oh, I think they're good. And that is exactly why we're riding these bikes on the main road. That bear's only 100 yards below us. That and the main road's washed out back there as well. And yeah, pretty awesome to just sneak up on these things with these bikes. Has no idea we're here. Pretty cool. What do you think? Got Nicole right here. That's a bear right there. Holy shit. He's right there. Wait for it, let me zoom in. Black bear, 100 yards. He's gonna go up that cut. Wow, that was crazy. We looked up and that bear was, I should have got better footage, but I didn't. We were waiting on him to get in a clear spot. We didn't want to shoot him right where he was, so we were waiting for him to get in a better spot, a flat spot, even above us. And he was just getting there, and then all of a sudden we hear this truck mobbing around the corner, and it's a bunch of teenage kids come flying by us, and that bear literally just ran clear down the whole mountainside. So that bear is gone. That was crazy. He was right there, super close, 118 yards, 130 yards. And but anyways, pretty cool.